When they talk about the grandma, that's just talking about Mother Babylon. So notice he's on the jet, you know, blaspheming the Exodus. Listen to this.
See my granny on the jet, some shit I never forget. Next day we flew to Vegas with my Puma connects.
The Puma, the Obama, the mixed leopard, you know, Mother Babylon. Listen to this. Then he said Las Vegas because that's the gambling city. Can't choose between life and death. Listen to this. All right, listen to this. Same scenario.
You can't shoot it out the car, put in lid.
And they always talk about getting out the car. They want to blaspheme Kara, you know.
Why you gonna shoot him in the chest when he hit his head first?
Hint to hit the head after talking about Kara. Look at this. Then he gonna mention how he missed the Exodus.
Don't water, and miss the school bus.
Missed the school bus. They missed the Exodus. Trying to, you know, build themselves up and be their own gods. Now look, he gonna talk about his grandma. I was trying to bring it up because, you know, as it's written, Mother Babylon about to be destroyed and Satan about to go into chains with all his followers. Listen.
When knew the feds were lurking. Watch my grandma go to prison, make my heart hurt.
You hear that?
Bought a gang of cars like a pack of Starburst.
They say I bought a gang of cars like a pack of Starbursts. So they love to blaspheme the Kara and the stars. I mean, you know, the cars and the Mother Babylon. So you hear what Nip was talking about. You see what I'm saying? There's no way around none of this stuff, man. Once you know the name, it's simple. You know, it's like ABC. It's literally just riddles. So as you can see, Lewis was anointed at the bottom paragraph. You know, Lewis was anointed over King of Judah. We became a nation in 2016. You know, that was the 5,776 year. Hint the whole thing. You know, the pyramid stands at 5,776 inches. The sun burns at 5,776 degrees. And Lewis was anointed 2016, which is the 5,776 year. You know, notice that was the same year Obama was getting ready to leave office, right? He left 27. Remember, his last year was 2016. And he was out of there. And then came Trump, because the Trump represents the trumpet that sounds off. Remember, I was talking about that Duckworth earlier. Let me find that duct. Remember that Duckworth, that trumpet sounding off to wake up the saints. That's when everybody really started waking up, because the Spirit poured upon the world during that time. Notice people was like, yeah, we're the true Judahites, we're the true Israelites. And that's when they rose up those Freemason Hebrew camps to try to lead us astray again. They use every way to try to work against us, you know. Hint why when Obama left office 2017, hint why Toys R Us had to close in 2017. You know, they had to go bankrupt, but they closed 2021, right after COVID. Because as it's written, the burden in Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Remember, as it's written, he would come with clouds. That's why 1976 came the cloud. The Apple and Microsoft brought the cloud, the internet. You know what I mean? Because they already knew the great gathering was going to happen. As it's written in Hebrews 12:1, the gathering of the great witnesses shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. So that's why that Toys R Us had to close, because that was showing how those idols was going to be broken down.